Real extreme discipline, it can completely change who you are. It can literally pull you out from the crowd and forge you into something new. Today, we're diving into a system for that exact transformation. So let's get right into it.
So let me ask you, do you ever feel like you're just spinning your wheels? You're putting in the work, but you're just not seeing the results. You feel stuck, a little unfocused, maybe kind of drifting towards being average when you know deep down you are capable of so much more. If any of that hits home, then you're in the right place.
What if I told you we could build a 90-day plan to change all that? And we're going to do it using the principles of Miyamoto Musashi, a guy who went from being a simple kid to one of the most legendary warriors and thinkers in all of history. His guide, The Book of Five Rings, well, that's going to be our map.
See, this whole journey isn't about beating other people. It's about mastering yourself. Musashi respected that above anything else. And this quote, it really nails the foundation of our entire 90-day reset. It all starts and ends with self-conquest.
So, where do we begin? Well, the first step is honestly the hardest, but it's also the most important. Musashi called it the Earth Ring. This is our foundation, and it's built on just one thing: being brutally, unflinchingly honest with yourself.
Musashi had this belief that a true warrior had to master both the sword and the pen. Now, for us in our world, the katana is our physical self, our body, our health, our energy. And the pen? That's our mind, our focus, our mental game. The Earth Ring says we have to take a hard, honest look at both, with zero excuses. For the next 90 days, your mission is to become a detective in your own life. Track it all. I mean, think about this. After Musashi beat the best swordsman in Japan, he didn't throw a party, he vanished into the mountains for 2 whole years to work on his weak spots. That's the mindset we need. We've got to step away from all the noise and just see our flaws for what they are.
And you know what you're probably going to discover? The truth is often pretty simple and pretty harsh. The problem isn't that the world is too competitive, it's that you've been weak. It's not that you don't have enough time, it's that you have a serious lack of focus. Just accepting that hard truth, well, that's your first win.
Okay, so once you've faced reality with the Earth Ring, it's time to actually start moving through it. And that brings us to the Water Ring. This whole section is about building a kind of discipline that can flow and adapt, but here's the key: it never ever stops moving forward.
Think about water for a second. It's got this amazing dual nature, right? It's persistent, but it's also flexible. It can wear down a mountain, not with some huge explosion, but just with constant, gentle pressure over time. But at the same time, if it hits a rock, it just flows around it. Your discipline has to become just like that.
So here's how you put this into action. When that old voice in your head screams, "I can't run for more than 10 minutes," you just quietly push for 12. Use something called habit tagging. It's super simple. You just link a new, powerful habit to one you already do. So for example, the second you finish your workout, you immediately spend 15 minutes reading. No hesitation. And finally, you have to be ruthless. For these 90 days, you completely cut out your 2 biggest time-wasting habits. Gone. No excuses. All right, you've built your foundation, you're starting to get in the flow, but sooner or later, a powerful enemy is going to sneak up on you: self-doubt. And to fight that, we're going to need the third ring. We need fire. You know this feeling, I'm sure of it. You're maybe a few months into your gym routine, you're finally feeling good about yourself, and then you see someone who's younger lifting way more than you. Or maybe you see a colleague who used to be behind you is now miles ahead. And that little voice starts creeping in. What's the point?
And this, right here, this is the critical difference between an average person and a warrior. Most people let that frustration just eat them alive with self-pity. A warrior takes that exact same fire and aims it right at their own weaknesses.
So the trick is to change the target of your anger. When that voice inside says, "I'm falling behind," you answer it out loud, "I refuse to be left behind." And then, immediately, you channel that burst of energy into attacking a problem, right then and there. You turn your frustration into pure fuel. So once you start channeling your fire, you're going to see some incredible progress. And right on cue, a brand new enemy shows up. But this time it's coming from the front, your own ego. This is the wind ring, learning how to control your pride, especially when you're winning.
You've built a solid routine, you're consistent, and you're starting to feel good, maybe a little too good, a little arrogant even. You stop tracking your time, you don't set your alarm because you feel motivated. This is the trap. The very systems that got you the success are the only things that can help you keep it.
Just let that sink in for a second. After a lifetime of being undefeated, of being the best, Musashi still saw himself as a student. He knew that the second you believe you've made it, you've already started to fall. That humility, that was his sharpest weapon.
So your action here is to stay a student. You have to decide that you would rather be alone on this path of discipline than be comfortable in the crowd of mediocrity. Never, ever abandon your systems. And actively look at how other people do things. Not to compare yourself, but to find the holes in your own strategy. We've covered earth, water, fire, and wind. Now we get to the final ring, the one that kind of wraps around everything else. This is the void ring. And it isn't really a step, it's a permanent shift in your mindset.
So many of us fall into this trap of thinking, okay, I'll just work really, really hard right now so I can kick back and relax later. Musashi teaches that this is a dangerous illusion. Discipline isn't a 90-day project. It's a way of life. It's a war against your lesser self. And that war, it never, ever ends.
But here's the amazing part. Once you truly accept this reality, that the fight is forever, it stops feeling like a struggle. It just becomes natural as breathing. You don't struggle to breathe every day, right? You just do it. Discipline can become exactly the same thing. So there you have it. That's the whole framework. Earth, face the truth. Water, flow forward always. Fire, turn all that negativity into fuel. Wind, stay humble, especially when you're winning. And void, accept that this is the path, forever. That is your 90-day reset. And honestly, that's the beauty of this whole thing. The cycle never ending isn't a curse, it's an opportunity. Every new, bigger challenge you take on will just show you a deeper layer of yourself that you get to improve. The first challenge is just starting. Then it's consistency, then self-doubt, then ego. The cycle goes on, and you just keep growing.
The theory is over. The path is right there in front of you. Your 90 days start the second this is over. So the only question left is, what weakness are you going to attack first?